Digital world, there is a very serious problem that is the misuse of facial recognition technology. But now Amnesty International is facing this problem and assisting to the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, especially the reduce inequalities and peace, justice, and stronger institutions. This problem comes from the lack of transparency and lack of regulation. And this has generated a lot of problems like the profiling of dissidents, the discrimination of marginalized communities, increasing the inequality, and finally, untrust of the regular people with the government. This problem is clearly the fault of governments and companies. Companies take advantage of this for more profits in the way of personalized advertising, and governments take advantage of this technology in an authoritarian use. This undoubtedly generates a mistrust of the regular people with the institutions. And in a democratic country, we have to trust the institutions, because if we don't trust the institutions, it's because the institutions are weak. And if the institutions are weak, the democracy is weak. And all the risks that a weak democracy implies. That's why we have proposed a lot of possible solutions to this problem that includes international collaboration, a robust regulation, and a democratic mobilization to defend our privacy and our rights.
I think this project was really interesting for my academic and disciplinary field because first one can look for the way of learning more vocabulary, more grammar skills, more writing skills, and also talking like I'm doing now, because it's a way of practicing also. Like the normal life, we're not gonna try to look for an NGO and with a problem we can see the reality of the world and what is going throughout all the world, depending on the NGO we decide we want to be part of. I think one can contribute to peace and property throughout this project by learning and like being a little more helpful in the world, trying not to be like harmful or not a good person with the community, because this is also part of what make us be better. So I think that knowing the problems and seeing how is the world and how it's acting, one can see like how to not act this way.
During this project, we learned a lot of things. For example, with the NGOs and what are they doing around the world. We had a lot of options. We finally choose Amnesty International, but as I said, there were a lot of options because they were doing a lot of things. And also we were able to improve our research and writing skills, especially with the essay. But what I think was the most enriching part was being able to cooperate with people from another different career, because in my case I only cooperate with others engineering at most, but in this case I was able to cooperate with my parents that is studying international relations, and that was very helpful in this project.
If I will be hired on helping and solving these problems, I will try to first see how the NGO works to come to agreements and help. I will try to be part of the agreements. I will try to, as I said before, save life that I think that don't deserve to be part of the really problem that is happening. So I will try to help that way by being a human resource. If I could go to with my NGO to a technical trip, I will try first to see what's the problem now, because I know they're passing through the Israel and the Hamas problem, and I think it's a really important problem that the world is passing through, because it's a religious problem, and many lives have been affected because of this. So I will try to come into a human right resource and try to help them and try to save lives that are not really involved in what is happening.